We'll let the chant bring us into meditation. We'll just enter it together. We can extend to each other. Extending awareness into awareness. We can extend to the ancestors. We can extend to the great teachers and yogis, you know. We can extend to the different traditions we participate in as they mix in our bodies. And we can extend to that dimension of our own awareness that's so mysterious, ineffable, archetypal. The deities, devas, dakinis. And this morning we'll extend to the Divine Mother as the Dark Mother. Luminous darkness, creating everything and anything. awareness. So first we suspend our mind just a tiny bit, and then we focus awareness within awareness itself. And resting in awareness. And then from that place of awareness, you'll hear this talk. And it's really great to know the difference between our mind and our awareness, between mind and psyche, to use another metaphor. And mind knows differences. Huh? Our mind knows details, individual faces, mountains, cars, buildings, addresses, phones, persons. It knows duality. It knows me. It knows you. It knows us and them. Awareness knows non-duality. Awareness knows awareness. As Heraclitus many centuries ago declared in the marketplace, the world is absolute oneness and absolute difference. Know them both simultaneously. And so, in this form of meditation, we suspend our mind just a bit, tiny bit, and free our awareness to become aware of its own primordialness. And in this simple and minimal movement, we begin to experience the non-dual dimension of our existence and of our livingness, just like we are right now. And slowly but surely, begin to experience this awareness as a field, going far beyond the body boundaries, and begin to experience the self-manifestation of this field. And, in time, the self-liberation and liberatingness of this field of awareness, which is beyond our mind and yet liberates our mind, frees it from its containment, its locked-inness. As you and I enter awareness, we hold it first, and then slowly but surely, we become this awareness dimension within our human experience. It's ever present, but relentlessly hidden. And we experience this awareness, this unbounded, its openness and unboundedness. And perhaps you're there right now. And we experience its luminousness. And then we begin to live within and from this base of awareness, this base of the radiance of spaciousness and the spaciousness of radiance, light, the lucidity of the openness and the spaciousness of lucidity. They are one and the same. The aliveness of the lucidity, the vitalness. To shift from being in mind alone to being in this primordial awareness field is to experience this unceasing awareness without confusion and without bewilderment. We begin to experience the self-liberation, the self-liberatingness of this field. Ahama, I am becoming what I am. This innate nature, this nature of this awareness, that's actually hearing this little talk, is freeing and liberating both for ourselves and others. This bliss of freedom that arises within this awareness. And this bliss, as the tantrics tell us so often, overcomes suffering. Bliss overcomes suffering. This awareness, this dimension of experience, is always liberating us from the constrictions of our mind alone, from the historical mind. A mind arises out of history, stories, events. And awareness frees us by opening up to us and for us the nature of our experience. This nature of appearances, appearances both within us arising and appearances outside of us, even like right now. I'm having experiences arising within me and appearances arising around me, surrounding me. And slowly but surely, we begin experiencing and living within the experience that all appearance, all appearance, all experience is the manifestation of this pure awareness. Our inner experience, even our mind, is the manifestation of this innermost awareness field. And all the outer phenomena, the world, is the manifestation of primordial, pervasive awareness, manifesting everything and anything, including, again, our own innermost awareness. And at that moment, the non-duality of oneness and indivisibility manifests itself. Oneness, mind, and awareness. Within this experience of the nature of awareness, this field, infinite in its horizons, vast and multidimensional, the nature of appearance, the nature of all appearances, inside, feelings, thoughts, sensations, pain, happiness, anger, hatred, whatever, and appearances outside this room, people, pictures, cars, become transparent and translucent, and the energy and the light becomes apparent. So it takes one to know one, doesn't it? As the awareness arises within us and opens itself to us, reveals itself simultaneously, the outside around us also begins to open itself and reveal itself to us as the light, as the energy, as openness. Our primordial nature, this ongoing experiencing of the awareness field, endures and is sustained and is maintained in the face of whatever is arising and whatever is appearing. And from wherever appearances arise and showing forth, and whoever is there and whatever is there, events after events, from the most beautiful to the most horrible, horrific, or awareness itself becoming everything and anything, incarnating itself as this world, as the archetypal dimensions, deities, devas, dakinis, vortexes, elements. Such is the power of awareness. Forms and sounds, people and events do not obscure this rigpa, this awareness of awareness liberates, and liberating us within the very experiencing of events, the very experiencing of the events. Awareness is like fire. It metabolizes everything and anything. All experience in this process become energy and light. The freedom of awareness is not the unhappy freedom of dissociation, splitting, detaching into solipsism, isolation, but the freedom, the openness, the unboundness, the bliss of experiencing the nature of everything and anything as energy, light, cosmology, from psychology to cosmology. The model is not Shiva sitting on the mountaintop in isolation, then coming down, treating his wife and son, Ganesh, harshly. As we bring our mind, as we bring our mind into our experiencing, bringing it into our experiencing of this Nondual primordial awareness, integrating it, actually bringing it down into the heart essence, the mind's relentless judging and objectification dissolves itself into this sea of awareness, sea of chi, shakti, knowingness, energy, light. The mind begins to rest. Our mind begins to rest within awareness. And the vastness, the spaciousness of our awareness can hold everything and anything. This awareness, this power, this fire dissolves and metabolizes even the most primitive states of our own mind, frozen configurations of experiencing or liberated, opened, unlocked, the liquidity of being, fluidity. Everything arises. Everything is invited. This is not the mantra, neti, 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 not this and definitely not that. It is everything, everything. I'm a whole. Being in Nondual awareness gives us the basis for the mastery of experience and living skillfully, directly knowing inside to inside, whatever and whenever. Directly. Non-dualness opens up directness, both in speech and seeing and hearing, feeling, inside to inside. Of course, such words, such metaphors as Shiva or Buddha and many others can be very, very metaphorically useful up to a point. It sort of opens the doors. But at times, unnecessarily so, can mystify us and unhappily distance us from the immediacy of natural awareness, our own nature. Or as Swami Muktananda would say, God dwells within you as you. As you. Completely you. Not deep down within you, like searching for a seed, but you. If you think this awareness is otherness, you're fooling yourself and being fooled. This happens so often. Tattvamasit. I am that I am, just as I am, here and now. Not to be achieved, already given. Shivoham. I am Shiva. Or as Herzl said, what is the wonder of all wonders? Pure consciousness. And the doorway is our own subjectivity. Of course, there are many forms and many paths of self-liberation, of self-realization. All of them valid, all of them useful. This singular form of self-liberation is simply abiding in and resting in our own nature, just as it is, without actually dependence on method. It's sort of a wayless way. The very who of your person is this awareness. Rigpa is the very nature of who-ness. Who-ness is not your mind. It's not a thought. It's not a feeling, sensation, memory. And it's not our body, toes. Although the who is completely embodied in time and in space. In essence, the who-ness, your own who-ness, is timeless awareness becoming time. I am who I am. Becoming ceaselessly in time. Who-ness is our own innate awareness, manifesting in us, as us, in the here-ness and the now-ness. Or as the great Dzogchen Master Dushan Rinpoche would say, Buddha is now-ness. Buddha is now-ness. Who-ness is presence, your presence. Awareness, the process, is the presencing of presence, pervasive presence. Primordial self-liberation does not mean achieving, accomplishing, winning, earning something that's new. Some think we earn it. The economics of spirituality. Capitalism. Spiritual capitalism. Does not mean earning something new. Something that was not always there and already, even now, completely present. Primordial self-liberation is always present, without creation and without effort. In this context, as some say, trying is lying and deceiving. You think something's in front of you. Nothing there. This is the meaning of the Dzogchen phrase, not coming from somewhere and having not gone anywhere and not going nowhere and going nowhere. So, simplistically and simply, allowing, trusting your own awareness to rest in awareness, to rest in this natural state without any effort, without any method, without any doctrines. That the nature of awareness is liberating, just as it is. And of course, if you like, you can bring your mind in and rest your mind in this magnificent awareness, which is a sea, unbound sea, sky-like. This unimpeded field of awareness is without a base, without origin, has no birth and no death. It is completely timelessness in time, simultaneously. Tattvamasit. Ahama. As the Shaivite masses declare, the bliss of samadhi is the bliss of the world. We'll rest in this state of timelessness, becoming time. Remaining in awareness and sustaining yourself in awareness. And that whatever I say doesn't take you out of your awareness. That is the practice. Remaining in awareness, sustaining awareness. Seeing everything, knowing what's happening. But sustaining Rigpa. Some think that if you rest in awareness, and live within awareness, you'll have no action. You lose agency. And you'll start looking like a cow. Chewing. Mooing. It's actually quite the opposite. As you and I rest in timeless awareness, and given the nature of the situation, The spanda arises naturally, the energy, the movement of timelessness into time. In very directness, action arises from primordial awareness itself, direct, decisive. It's the opposite of passivity without agency. As the Shaivite masters declare, knowledge is action, spontaneous action. Remaining in awareness, do not let my words take you out of awareness. That is the practice. Non-duality does not mean two becoming one. Non-duality does not mean union. Non-duality is prior to separateness and union. Non-duality allows union. Non-duality is the place where two arrives out of. Non-duality is always present. It is the source of duality. To experience non-duality is to experience source, completely close to us, not deep, far away, not even subtle. remaining in awareness, remaining in meditation, remaining in resting in the sea of chi. And do not let my words take you out of awareness. That is the practice. To be in non-duality is healing. Healing is the manifestation of non-duality. Healing for our own self and healing for others. Self-liberation. And with this understanding, I'm going to use a text that invokes the healing dimension of non-duality. And this text is called Hojin Menla, the healing Buddha. It begins this way. Do not let my words take you from Rigpa. In this degenerate age, when lifespan is short, diseases are so many, and fierce epidemics attack suddenly. If you suffer from the fear of losing your life, or you know someone who is suffering, you should and can accomplish this practice, the healing Buddha field, non-duality. So we invoke and we extend to our various sources of refuge, the yogis, the gurus, the teachers we have known, the traditions we participate in, and to that ocean of the deities, dakinis and devas. Please become present here and now in this space around us and through us. And we take refuge in this primordial, indestructible nature of Nondual awareness, in this space of this great luminous sphere, SPHRE, that encompasses everything and anything. We take refuge in the unchanging, innate deity of consciousness within our natural state. We take refuge. We enter into. Emoho, that means fantastic. And all the dualistic forms, and all these beings that surround us right now, that's us. We sense the spaciousness of awareness. We sense the light, the energy of this awareness. And within this one taste of this great natural awareness, we know that this field is pervaded by self-liberation. And so we arouse the bodhicitta, the great compassion, which means whatever freedom we attain and experience, we wish and tend everyone to experience liberation from suffering and illness, despair. I invoke the Guru, who is pervasive awareness, luminous, self-revealing spaciousness, knowingness. And I wish this illuminative light to be experienced from within and established within myself or ourselves. And we pay homage to the play of equanimity. And within this vision of the equalness of all beings and everything that appears within this ground of the bigness of being. At times, I miss and do not recognize or experience my own nature. Nonetheless, I'm so happy in this state, and I rejoice in this state, beyond meeting and parting, beyond coming and going, beyond appearing and disappearing. This means the continuity, ever-presentness. And I wish to experience the resonance of this field, this sound, this vibration of spaciousness and energy and luminosity. And I want the beloved Buddha of healing, this state, to reside in spontaneous presence. And I know this primordial, pure expanse, and that we may attain enlightenment in this youthful, vast body, the subtle body, the body of light. And from this state of spaciousness, the power of pure compassion arises, which is Rigpa, pure awareness of awareness itself. And out of this arises the blue letters Hari, H-R-I, the seed mantras, and light radiates from out of these letters and is reabsorbed by me. And so I instantly become the healing dimension for myself and others. We've invoked it. We've brought it forth. It's been given. Whose complexion is radiant blue, the melted lapis lazuli light. Youthful, semi-wrathful, meaning there's a fierceness, smiling, kindness, the compassion of extension, generosity. We hold in our right hand the luminous light, and our left hand a skull cup, which is filled with the vase of the light energy within. My left arm embraces the hidden consort, the hidden companion, and that is the energy, the vitalness. And I wear a secret robe, or we wear a secret robe under our clothes, means we don't show off. And sitting in the midst of this blazing luminous light of healing wisdom gnosis, direct knowingness, the energy of the sun and the moon is felt. The energy of the sun is like blazing fire cutting through, and the moon is like luminous, liquid, soft light, consolation. In the body, in our bodies, the wisdom of Rigpa is felt. Spaciousness, energy, oneness, compassion, and actually the healing capacity. So one embraces that capacity. Encircling us, surrounding us, are the medicine Buddhas. And we are the dimension of healing awareness. And then there's also the assembly of the medicine protectors and the guardians and the archetypes and the dakinis are all present, vortexing and whirling around energy. And they gather like an infinite mass of swirling vortexualness, the clouds of energy and light. And in our heart is unshakable awareness of wisdom. And in our heart center is the Vajra, that means this indestructible awareness, with Hung in the center, symbolizing the stability of our awareness. And with that, we can extend this awareness to everyone and anything. We'll do that now, especially those we know and love who may be experiencing suffering will extend the awareness, the light to them as awareness itself. And with this, the negations of ignorance and stupidity, clinging, desperate grasping, rage, unending rage, are dissolved, and illnesses, negative forces, and suffering is dissolved, pacified in oneself and others. So now we then experience the unfolding of wisdom, gnosis, knowingness, of great bliss. Bliss in our body, bliss of our own being, knowing that bliss dissolves suffering. It's getting about that time. Been cultivating awareness for some time now. Let's extend this awareness to our city and all the different cities. Of course, awareness is not an entity. It's not a thing. Wholeness is not an entity. Wholeness is not a thing. Wholeness is not an entity. And in this wayless tradition, you don't really end meditation. You simply get up and leave, because you're remaining in awareness in a continuous, ongoing fashion. Then whatever happens, whatever you experience, is a doorway to liberation. So, next week, we're going to have a speaker. Kay will give a talk on... He's here, great, yes. She'll give a talk on breathing. And she'll give a talk on 3 modes of breathing. From regular breathing to subtle breathing to the breathless breath. It's really a great talk. Hope you come. Tomorrow, we'll not have Dakini Day. But what's going to happen, we're making arrangements now when we're not here. Someone else will start having the talk of Lama, torch, and also a chant. And tomorrow Tom Walsh will be giving that through the Zoom. But it'll just be the chant tomorrow, but after that we'll start having more continuity. So, I'm so glad everyone came today. Hope you had a great time. And we'll see you later. And you can stay longer, and we'll put a Sufi chant on this morning. You're welcome to meditate, and there's also some refreshments upstairs. Thank you so much. It's good to see you guys.
Thank you so much, Rudy.
Thank you, guys.
Nice to see you, Anna.
Hi, Anna.